G, penso che quando si appoggia bene. Gira, da qui se Simata ci si appoggia, dovrei vederla.
Param Puja Shrimataji, Honorable Sir CP, Romel Sab. There are no words to express our joy and our feelings for your august presence here tonight. And we would like to start with our play. And I apologize for because it came out to be too long, so we'll have to split it in 2 evenings. It is a simple story, a story of 2 seekers, somebody like us, who have been seeking for many lives, and finally they came to the glorious end, to the self-realization. Thank to you, Shrimataji. The title of the play is The Long Way to God.
Destiny always knocks 3 times. Life is like a rhythm. It has a beginning and an ending with complicated patterns in between. This is a long way to God for Prakash and Pramila, 2 seekers just like us. By the grace of Lord Vishnu, they are born. The spirit inside them starts to seek. But soon they forget God and become enticed by their attachments, and their first life is wasted. They are given another chance by the divine, but the pitfalls of ego cause them to fail in their self-realization. They are like waves in the ocean of life, rising and falling over and over. Only when the Great Mother incarnates can they finally achieve self-realization. All the blessings of the divine are now upon them, and their spirit is one with God. United in perfect harmony.
These human beings are really strange.
They sure are. I don't understand why they keep us in this stupid cage and stuff us with all kinds of silly food.
Yeah, but only stuff they like.
They really live a pointless life. They only care about eating, drinking, sleeping, but they never seem to be happy.
Maybe they never tasted a nice sheep's bone.
Hey, do you think there's more to life than what we see around us?
I don't know, but I would like to find out.
So would I.
If I were human, I would study all the functions of the universe, and then I would try to make direct contact with whoever created it.
If it was in my power, I'd discover the formula for happiness and give it to the whole world so that everybody could live in joy and stop fighting each other.
Let it be so. As a result of your great virtues and pure desire, you will be given this opportunity. I, Purushottama, grant that you may be born as human beings. On the day of the seventh full moon, in the kingdom of Mithila, you will take your birth, and you will be called Prakash and Pramila. You will no longer walk on 4 legs. You will speak, and other human beings will understand you. You will also have an intellect, emotions, and the freedom to make choices about your future with discrimination, as one day you will return again to me. This is a great step in the wheel of birth and death. However, it is up to you to discover the purpose of your existence on the earth, and one day step out from the cycle.
My lord, the opportunity you have granted us, we fear is too great for us, and we only hope to be worthy of it. But, if I may say, having observed men for quite a while, it shouldn't be too difficult to avoid making their mistakes.
We shall see. We shall see.
At the time and the place foretold by Sri Vishnu, our 2 heroes took their new birth. Snowy, alias Prakash, was born in a family of Brahmins, where he was educated at a young age in the study of scriptures and holy texts, while Joy, alias Pramila, took her birth in a humble farming family. One day, while Prakash was at home with his parents, a rishi came to the door to ask for shelter.
Welcome to our humble home. Sangeeta, quick, bring some water for our honored guest.
You are very kind, but I am not here for water, but because of Vishnu's will. Tomorrow at the royal palace, King Janaka will preside over a great gathering of sages from different regions to participate in the great and famous practice of verbal combat. But I'm afraid that it's too late for me to present myself at court.
Your presence is an honor for me. My home is your home. Please make yourself comfortable. This is my son Prakash.
How is it that your age, you're not married?
I want to dedicate my life to Narayana. Thanks to my father's teachings and to my own meditations, I have been victorious even over the temptations of Kamadeva.
So you are a man of knowledge.
Knowledge is the only thing of true value in this world.
And what particular knowledge are you referring to?
The knowledge which nourishes us within.
Prakash, don't take too much time of our honored guest.
No, it's all right. Please, Prakash. Please.
Excuse me, Guruji. May I take leave of you for some time?
I have no temptations and no attachments.
So you aspire to a sort of celestial dimension.
I aspire only to achieve the self-realization. And I pray to Hari that he will fill one day my desire.
What you are asking for seems impossible without the help of a realized guru, a Satguru.
A guru? A Satguru? But how? Where?
Come, tomorrow I will take you with me to the royal palace. I will say that I can't walk very far, and I need your help. That will give you the chance to meet the greatest rishis that the world has ever seen. The great Ashvala, the royal preceptor of King Janaka, is sure to have invited Yajnavalkya, the great Brahmashi, who the goddess Gayatri blessed in person. Then there will be Udakala, and then Gargi, the daughter of sage Vachaknu, and Maitreya, the two women considered to be the most spiritually evolved in the whole country. And then Nichiketa and Vashista, and many, many, many more. It will be a unique experience for you. But remember, not a word. Hold your tongue.
I promise I will be as mute as a fish.
In your opinion, Yagnavalkya, how many gods exist?
3003.
It is certainly true, but in reality, how many gods exist?
303.
I'm convinced that it is so, but how many are there really?
33.
True, but in reality, how many gods exist?
3.
Yes, you speak the truth, but in reality, how many gods are there, Yagnavalkya?
My dear Sakalia, I know only one God.
Honorable sages and princes, please pay homage to our Maharaja.
It is I who pays homage to you and to the knowledge that you bring with you and that nourishes this earth. Basa, Basa, please sit down. I came to know that while waiting, the verbal combat had already started. What was the topic?
I was interrogating Yagnavalkya about the nature of God, and the answers that he gave were unparalleled with the height and the greatness of his reputation.
I also have a question to test Yagnavalkya. You must know about Agnihotra.
I know of it, sire.
What does it signify?
It is the offering of milk.
And if there was no milk, what would you offer?
Rice and barley.
And if there was no rice or barley?
Then any kind of herbs available.
And if there were no herbs available?
Any kind of forest plant.
And if there were no forest plants?
Then the fruits from the trees.
And if there were no fruits?
Then water.
And if there was not even water?
Then, sire, there would really be nothing left to offer. However, there is one thing that I would offer. Truth in faith.
Yagnavalkya, I am very pleased with your answer. Ashwala, we shall reward him.
Forgive my interference, but as Sakalya was questioning Yagnavalkya, I would like to question him. Sakalya, what is the mark of a Sthita Prajna?
He is the one who realizes the oneness of the Absolute.
If you have realized this state of awareness, you will be conscious of oneness alone. It is clear you're not in that state now. I wish to realize this awareness.
Gargi, I am very pleased with you. Ask me whatever you want.
Maharaj, I have only one desire. Will you fulfill it?
Certainly. Just ask.
Then marry me.
I have only one wife, Sunetra, the one with good eyes. and I don't wish to have another wife.
Maharaj, you are a great Gyani. Your wife is the good eyes lady, and you have good eyes too. May I ask which reward are you going to give to the great Yajnavalkya?
I shall give him whatever he asks for.
Sire, then give this Gargi to me in marriage.
This is the head meeting of Yajnavalkya's request.
You tell me, what is the purpose of a marriage?
To have progeny.
No, sir. The wife is Ardhangini, the one half of the husband. This means she should pursue dharma together with the husband as dharmapati. Marriage is for the sake of pursuing dharma. It is not for enjoying worldly pleasures like any street dog can do.
Gargi, your reputation as a woman of knowledge is well gained, and not second to the one of his father, the great Vachaknu.
Maharaj,
What is this strange fellow?
excuse me for interrupting, but I've been standing since this morning with this bowl on my head, and you promised to reveal why they call you Videha, the one without a body, completely detached from everything.
Are you sure that not even a drop of milk was spilled while you were following me during the day?
Absolutely sure. I've been extremely careful.
Tell me, how did you like the dance offered by the youngsters of the village?
How could I watch while trying not to spill not even a single drop of milk?
Do you mean to say that you didn't even pay attention to the new addition to the temple that has been constructed?
How could I? I was too concentrated on the bowl.
Then you didn't even notice the ornaments and the gifts which have been sent to me by our friend, the Raja of Gwalior.
Aripan, how could I manage that? You promised to reveal the secret of your name only if I managed to follow you for the whole day without spilling not even a single drop of milk. And so, my attention was fully on the bowl on my head.
You see, my boy, not even I take notice of all the mundane things around me. I watch my attention all the time to make sure that it is not wasted, just like your milk. Chitta vritti nirodha. One should make sure that no external matter changes the quality and the depth of the attention, which has to be constantly on the spirit. But let us get back to the point of the meeting. Usually, we gather here to listen to dissertations regarding the knowledge of the Vedas and the sacred rituals. But today, I would like to tell you about a dream which came to me a few days ago. He who gives me the most satisfying answer to my question will receive 100 of my most beautiful cows. So, one day, I was sitting here on my throne, and I fell asleep. I started to dream that there was a rebellion in my kingdom. I had wounds in my arms, and I was overthrown by the mob. I found myself alone, exhausted, and without food for 7 long days. Finally, they started distributing food, so I quickly got in line to queue. When my turn came, the man distributing food said, "How can I serve you food if you don't even have a bowl?"
And you, sir, what do you say?
Having nothing with me, I told him to put the food into my hands, but it was too hot and I dropped half of it. I found refuge under a tree, but just as I was about to start eating, a group of wild dogs tore the remaining food from my hands. At this point, I woke up.
And then what happened?
I was quite awake, but the dream left me quite shaken, as I'd really believed it to be true. But not only that, the wounds on my arms were still there. It was as if all that I had dreamt was reality, and all that I was seeing whilst awake with my open eyes was a dream. Now I ask you, which is the reality? This or that?
Noble Raja, what do you mean by this or that?
I have no further comments to add, but this assembly will not be dissolved until a solution is found.
A year passed, and still the discussion went on, until one day, the sage Ashtavakra, meaning the one who has 8 deformities, arrived at the palace.
I will solve your enigma!
Look at this hunchback!
So ugly, deformed!
How dare you!
No more things being allowed into the palace.
Strange, funny fellow.
Let's take a seat. Let us grant him the right to speak. Tell me, what is your name?
My lord, my name is Ashtavakra. I must ask you, what kind of people are these that you have called to solve your riddle? They are neither educated nor wise. They are just cobblers who have come here to make fun of you.
How dare you come here? Insult us in this way!
Yes. Sire,
Threats!
sire, you cannot allow this offensive behavior to be displayed in your own palace. Something must be done.
Yes! It is a good meeting! Punish him!
Quiet, please. Why do you call these people cobblers?
Because cobblers work with leather, and these people are only judging me from my outer appearance. If they were true saints, they would know that I'm not this body, nor my mind, nor my intellect.
The question that I put to these people also applies to you. What is reality? This or that?
Noble Raja, please clarify what you mean by this or that.
I had hoped that you would be able to give me the answer without further clarification.
All right, the answer is neither this nor that is the truth.
Can you elaborate?
If you elaborate the question, I can elaborate the answer.
Very well. One day, I was sleeping here on my throne, and in a dream, saw myself wounded, dethroned, and starving. Whatever little food I had was snatched from my hands by wild dogs. When I woke, I still bore the marks of the wounds on my arms. It was as if the dream had been reality, and on waking, the reality, a dream.
My Lord, whatever you saw in your dream and whatever you see with your open eyes are both an illusion. The material world is false and illusory, just like your dream. And we need a shock, just like the one you received, to push us to a superior state of awareness. We all have to become Tuyatita. We all have to become the absolute truth, beyond time and space. The absolute truth is eternal and is the manifestation of the divine, which expresses himself sometimes as matter, sometimes as awareness, and sometimes as bliss.
Ashtavakra, you have proved yourself to be worthy of the prize. But not only that, your knowledge and wisdom show no boundaries. And for this, I humbly beg you to accept me as your disciple. My kingdom and possessions are yours. You are the guru that I have been longing for.
No, no, please. I don't need anything of your material world. Please. It is I who should touch your feet, Vidya. You are the embodiment of Dharma and detachment.
No. Whatever knowledge I may have is as undeveloped as this young boy here. What is your name, boy? You have been here for quite some time, and you haven't opened your mouth yet.
Sire, please forgive my forwardness. I deliberately took the initiative of introducing this young boy at court. Where better than with all these wise sages to find a greater master to take him under his wing?
Young man, what is your name?
Prakash, Sire.
Prakash. To meet a Satguru is an exclusive blessing from the divine. I have not, even at my age, given up looking for a master who can help me to go beyond the limits of my awareness. Today, I have recognized in Ashtavakra the one who can guide me towards the supreme knowledge.
Forgive me, Sire, but do you mean to say that you would be ready to immediately give up your life of luxury and privileges in order to follow your guru?
I would, if he, of course, would have the compassion to accept me as his own chela.
Don't be insolent, boy. It is in accepting Raja Janaka as my disciple, the honor would be mine. His inner qualities are well known, and nobody in this room would question his wisdom and his sense of detachment from this material world.
Forgive me if I have given the impression that I somehow wanted to offend our royal host. It was absolutely unintentional.
The boy, without meaning to, has brought to the attention of this assembly a question which resides in the minds of many of us, Rishi Munis. I have spent my life renunciating and doing the tapasyas with the one goal of achieving full detachment from all material matter. It is only by running away from temptation of matter that we can achieve complete purification and total detachment.
Do you mean to say that the life of a king clashes with the ascetic ideal of tapasya and detachment?
I mean to say that however sincere and authentic the desire behind the actions of a king, he will, however, remain a king. And this will be always perceived as a privilege in the eyes of the world and even in the eyes of his own guru.
I agree with him. It is easy to speak about detachment for the one who possesses everything.
Yes, of course, you can be easily detached when you have countless possessions. Eventually, you may even tire of all that you have.
Forgive me for interrupting with a matter which is not so pertinent to the current debate, but I had a forewarning dream last night.
Dream?
And those who know me, they know my dream. I always speak the truth.
Truth? Yes.
In the dream, I saw that there will be an earthquake that will destroy every house in this area, ravaging the harvest, causing a lot of loss of life and mourning the population. Today, at exactly this time,
He's famous for his predictions. We had better believe what he's saying.
Ashtavakra, why are you warning us now at the last minutes of this disaster?
my goat will save her. I must leave. I have to save my goat.
Oh my God! This quake!
My harvest! What will wait during the monsoon? If we don't save it now, we will starve to death!
Raja, why haven't you run away as well?
Guruji, the only treasure that I have on this earth is you.
Come! Ashtavakra! You lied to us! Nothing that you predicted has come to pass!
What kind of a story is this? You made us all run away while you stayed here all the while.
You took advantage of our good faith in you.
Why have you tricked us? Are we part of some sort of joke?
I nearly had a heart attack because of your silly games.
Please, quiet.
Let us listen to Ashtavakra.
It was certainly not a joke to make fun of you. But if I had taken the side of Raja Janakar, some of you would have thought that I had some personal hidden interest. As you all can see, he's the only one who didn't run away, though he has far more to lose than all of you put together. It is easy to speak about detachment or ourselves believed to be detached. It is at the moment of crisis that our true nature comes into view. Raja Janaka never speaks about his qualities. He is Videha, a detached person, and today he has proved it to all of us. Liberation from desires and attachment is a fundamental condition in this life of the spirit. Ego is the root of the problem. Ego presents a strong opposition when we want to abandon our negative tendencies like lust, greed, and anger. Because in truth, he feels nourished by those tendencies. A true spiritual person would not aspire to paradise, but to self-realization. The full detachment of mundane desires is the opening to the way of the Pala Bhakti, the highest form of devotion.
dear friends, and honorable guests, from this assembly here today, it is the wisdom of Guruji Ashtavakra that is the victor. With his compassion and benevolence, he wanted to enlarge the horizons of our awareness. I am deeply grateful to him, as I am grateful to all of you who came here to participate. But above all, my gratitude goes to the Devi Narayani, who in her benevolence has always guided and inspired this transitory life of mine.
Maharaj, forgive my daring. I'm certainly the youngest amongst us here today, but I feel compelled to express my feelings and emotions, which I have experienced during this August gathering.
Please, speak freely, Prakash.
Maharaj, all the certainties that I have built within, and which have sustained me until today, are shaken, as if in the arms of a tornado. The only thing that remains intact is my desire to achieve one day self-realization.
My dear Prakash, you had the unique opportunity to take part in this convention in which some of the most brilliant minds on this earth are present. Let this experience be a source of learning and of introspection for you. The seed of seeking often acts like a drug, which sometimes makes us drunk and sometimes makes us suffer. When we believe to be close to the truth, in truth, we are running away from it. Often we are pleased by the signs that we receive on our way, and we think that they come directly from God, but we are not able to recognize the play of our ego. Humility is the founding element in seeking, because it is only by the intercession of the Divine Mother that we will one day be victorious. She alone knows us. She knows our weaknesses, our presumption, and also our sincerity. And often she will test us to make us understand our faults. One day, if she sees fit, she will send us a Satguru who, with compassion and benevolence, will help lift us up towards the moksha.
Maharaj, words fail me, but there is no doubt I will treasure this experience forever. All I want is to bow at your feet and humbly ask you, let me live in your shadow, because I know for sure that you can guide me to the self-realization.
Prakash, I understand your feelings, but it is not my duty on this earth to give realization. I also believe that a young man who devotes himself to a life of renunciation should know at least what he is renouncing. One cannot escape the world without knowing it first. Have a peep at the world. See what it has to offer. In this way, if one day you decide to renounce all that it has to offer, you will receive great punyas, and those punyas will speak for you.
Your words greatly sadden me. It's not what I had expected to hear.
Self-realization is the culmination of an experience, and each of us has to live his own experience. So, take these words of mine as a part of this experience, but feel free to use them in the way that you want. Now I declare this assembly to be dissolved. Before everyone returns to his own affairs, we shall see a deeply spiritual dance offered in honor of the Lord Shiva Nataraj by two great dancers hailing from the south.
మద్యంతం జ్ఞానమంత్రేణ పూజయే ఏవం నటేశ మద్యంతం జ్ఞానమంత్రేణ పూజయే ఏవం నటేశ మద్యంతం జ్ఞానమంత్రేణ పూజయే
Dinku tak tak dinku tak tak dinku tak dinku tak tagadari kita tak dinku tak tak dinku tak dinku tak dinku tak tagadari kita tak dinku tak tari kita tak tari kita tak dinku tak tari kita 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 tum tari kita tak tum tari kita tak tari kita tak tari kita tum 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 tari kita tak dim tari kita tak dim
శివుడు తాండవమాడెను 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 జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడెను జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడెను విరళముగ జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడే విరళముగ జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడెను చౌరి మృదంగము మ్రోయింప చౌరి మృదంగము మ్రోయింప పాకారి వేణువును పూరింప చౌరి మృదంగము మ్రోయింప పాకారి వేణువును పూరింప వారిజాసనుడు తాళమునరింప
తాం తతోం తకతోం తజిగిణతం
వారిజాసనుడు తాళమునరింప భారతి విపంచి వాయింప వారిజాసనుడు తాళమునరింప భారతి విపంచి వాయింప క్షీరవారాసి తనయ పాడ క్షీరవారాసి తనయ పాడ అప్సరలు కవలయల్లాసము చూడ నారదాది మునివరులు తిలకింప పారవస్యమున జగతి పులగి నారదాది మునివరులు తిలకింప పారవస్యమున జగతి పులకింప శివుడు తాండవమాడెను తంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడే అవిరళముగ జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడే అవిరళముగ జగదంబ సహితముగ శివుడు తాండవమాడెను 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 తాండవమాడెను
Don't forget that you are welcome to the fire ceremony to be held at the next full moon here in the courtyard of the royal palace. You may all take your leave.
I don't know how to thank you for taking me with you to this royal palace. It was an enriching experience to be there with all these people of vast knowledge and wisdom. I would give anything to be under the guidance of one of those learned gurus.
The soul cannot be awakened through learning and books and mantras. The essence of everything is Ishvara Pranidhana, the full surrender to God and the complete establishment of the divine inside.
But how can this be achieved?
Do not let your soul become fossilized with empty rituals. Open your heart to God and let Him act and speak through you.
I have decided. Now I will take to sannyasa.
Eh? No, wait, Prakash. Prakash, don't be hasty.
Mother. Father. You both know how much I love you. But you also know how much I want to dedicate myself to the life of the divine. I humbly ask your permission to let me leave this house and become a sannyasi.
How can you think of leaving this house? We are all, and you are our only son. Have you no care of our feelings at all? And what about your sister? She's elder than you, and she's not yet married.
Your mother is right. There is nothing to discuss. First, we have to get your sister married, and then we'll find you a good wife. We want beautiful grandchildren. One can honor God and the Dharma without leading an extreme life of celibacy and renunciation. Is what you have learned with me not enough for you? I have revealed to you the knowledge of the scriptures. You are wearing the sacred thread of Brahmins. How can you deny all this to follow the foolish fantasy of a young dreamer? This country does not need another wretched wanderer who goes begging to survive.
Father, Mother, you both know very well that I would never do anything against your will. But it's not my intention to cause pain to you all. But how otherwise can I quench this thirst for spirituality which is obsessing me? You know very well that I have no interest in marriage. And I will never let my attention wander to any other woman than my mother and my sister. How can you expect me to become a good husband and father?
Guruji, please, you yourself tell him that he should give up all these funny ideas.
Prakash, your dharma as a son imposes on you to follow your parents' will. Seek the perfection and the perfect accomplishment of your duties as a citizen and a householder.
I accept your verdict with a heavy heart. I have to be wise according to the vision of the world. But don't you see all that as being an obstacle in the way to spiritual perfection?
No, on the contrary, spiritual perfection can only be achieved on the battlefield of life. Seek the supreme reality within yourself, not without.
Guruji, Father, Mother, allow me to go into the woods. I need some time alone to reflect.
Go, my son. Come back soon.
I I will never marry or put my eyes on a woman. My life is dedicated to the divine and to the achievement of self-realization.
Where are you going, young man, with such a frown on your face?
Good luck is not my friend. My own family opposes my spiritual evolution. They're forcing me to fulfill mundane and futile duties, careless of my only desire, the desire to meet the divine.
And if you were to meet him, would you be able to recognize him?
Of course. He would manifest himself in all his splendor, revealing all his powers. I would have no doubts.
You are not taking into account the play of Maya, which the divine uses to disguise himself and show us how much our minds deceive us. The reality of the Absolute does not often coincide with our expectations.
What you're telling me is true, but doesn't relate to me, because my desire is genuine, and my attention is firm, and above all, I don't take lessons from a vagabond stranger.
I understand. I can see you are determined.
I would do anything. I am ready to make any sacrifice to achieve my goal. The only thing that is holding me back is the pain caused to my parents. I cannot betray them. I owe my life to them, and therefore my full respect.
Prakash, take heart. You have shown noble sentiments. I want to reveal to you a secret. My secret. I only hope you prove worthy of my trust. The one whom you are seeking is standing here before your eyes.
My Lord, Supreme Narayana, how could I not recognize you? What a stupid fool I've been, please. Please forgive me.
A tattered robe was enough to deceive you.
Yes, I have no excuses to offer. I've been a stupid idiot not listening to you. How can I redeem myself to you? Ask me anything, and I will do it. I only want to please you.
I know that your desire is sincere, but the path to self-realization is steep and full of dangerous traps. Maya is always waiting with her temptations.
Don't worry. I will overcome any temptation. You will see. Let me prove it. I will not fail. I only want to overcome the wheel of birth and death and reach the supreme state of eternal ecstasy at your lotus feet.
Do not forget, you are still living inside a body, and you well know that only the one whose mind is fixed on God at the time of death will be united with him.
Do you mean to say that meditations and tapasyas during this earthly life are useless, and it is sufficient to remember you at the time of death in order to achieve the final goal?
Prakash, do not misunderstand me. Fix your mind always and only on me, fully surrendered, and without doubt you will become one with me. Supreme knowledge will be revealed to you, and she will set you free. Remember, there are no amount of sacrifices, no scriptures, no sciences, no amount of austerities and good deeds which will give you my supreme darshan. Only Ananya Bhakti. those who do not accept this truth go back into the cycle of birth and death.
Oh, please. Supreme Narayana, take me with you now, and let this drunken joy never end. Now that I have met you, what else can I desire but the sweet bliss of Samadhi?
Well, yes. But first, perhaps, you could help me to accomplish a task which for my consort Lakshmi is of extreme importance.
You only have to give the order, my lord.
It is only a small matter. To find a pearl necklace which Lakshmi lost in the village of Kanchan. And which was found by Minakshi, the wife of Pramod the farmer. You know, the sight of a beggar searching for a necklace would arouse suspicion amongst the villagers. I think you would be a suitable person to go and look for it.
I will leave at once. Wait here for me. I will be back in no time with the necklace.
I've just been talking to Pragya, and she told me that people are coming from all over to celebrate the coming of the rains. I'm so excited for tonight's monsoon festival. You know what I was thinking? And maybe I could wear the puja sari that you gave me. What do you think?
But why all this excitement? I don't know why you want to show off. That sari is meant only for the puja in honor of the Devi. And you are too young for certain things. Wait until I tell your father about this. At the right time, we will find a good boy for you who will honor you, support you, and suffer you.
What do you mean, suffer me? So is both of you telling me that girls are just a burden in the family and that they should marry as soon as possible?
You know, in poor families, we tell all these things, but we don't really mean it. We love you too much. And who will help me with my little boys? Oh, these wild boys are too much for me.
Ma, tell me, when you met Father, what did you feel like? How did it happen?
But what a silly question is that? I met your father on the same day of my marriage, as was the tradition. My father met your father's family, and we had agreed on a insignificant dowry of 2 mangy goats which were there for many years.
Just 2 goats. You were lucky. You know, Ma, sometimes I don't feel like marrying at all. Sometimes I just feel like traveling into the mountain, meditating, finding some sort of silence inside, peace.
But what crazy things are you talking about, girl? You better forget all these things from your head. Certain things are meant only for sannyasis, men. We are poor family of farmers, and don't you forget it.
Ma, but are you satisfied with the life you're leading? Are you? I see you going to the fields in the morning. You work to the bone. Then you come home. Then you cook for us. Then you clean the house. Then on top of all that, you have to look after my little brothers. But don't you ever feel like changing something? I don't know, like running away. Like finding time just for you, just for yourself.
But Pramila, what idiotic things are you saying? You better remove such ideas from your head. We may be of poor family, But in this house, I feel like a queen.
Ma, tell me, when you married Pa, did you get nervous? Were you in a panic?
Well, nothing gives me more joy than seeing you all growing into healthy young people. And one day I know that you will be near me and I will have my grandchildren to play with. It looks like your father is neglecting me, but I know he's working hard in the fields. And nothing gives me more satisfaction and joy than following the Dharma. And every woman in this country has been blessed by Goddess Lakshmi to follow their Dharma as women, wives, and mothers. Remember, daughter, that wherever the wife is respected, there resides Goddess Lakshmi, and also whatever you're searching outside is within you.
Yes. But Papa always looks so severe and scowling. He never says a word from one day to the next.
Men are always like that. They are always anxious about little things, and they don't have the bearing power like us. And imagine if they have to suffer the childbirth. But despite all this, I know your father respects me and loves me. In fact, we don't have time to whisper sweet little things in each other's ears. But certain actions of affection is not to be shown in public. Well, but always men have something to do very important and vital. But without us, they cannot do anything.
But Ma, you didn't tell me. When you married Pa, how did you feel inside? Did you get into a panic? What happened?
I remember my heart was beating very fast. And my father went to find this young boy in the next village. And I was sleepless for days, wondering what this person is going to be. Short, deformed, one-eyed. You know, but when the cloth that separated us fell, all my fears vanished, and I was very sure that this is the man who's going to guide me, protect me all my life.
My goodness, what a drama. You must have felt so many emotions all at the same time. And then, what happened when the cloth fell?
Well, you're asking too many questions. It was so beautiful. We were walking around the fire 7 times. Meanwhile, the Brahmin was chanting the mantras and the marriage vows. And it was really beautiful.
Do you think
and I know it was worth it.
But do you think it's the destiny of every woman to get married and have children?
Well, certainly, to marry and to have children is the blessings from the heaven. And one feels very closer to our Divine Mother's presence.
Ma.
Celebrations are about to start.
Oh.
People are coming from all the villages, from far and wide.
I've finished getting ready.
Pramila, this is the pearl necklace which I found in the bucket of water when I went to take water from the well. And this is an auspicious gift which is given by the gods to our family.
So beautiful.
Wear it and keep it close to you always.
I can't believe it. It's so beautiful. I promise I'll never lose it.
Put it on.
I can't wait to show it to my friends. They won't believe it.
Maybe I can take some.
Oh, Ma, thank you so much. Thank you.
Come on, let's go. It's getting late for the feast.
घन घोर कार छाए बदरा धमक धमक गूंजे बदरा के डंके चमक चमक देखो बिजुरियां चमके मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा
काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ
काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ बिजुरी की तलवार नहीं बूंदों के बाण चलाओ मेघा छाए बरखा लाए
गिर गिर आए गिर के आए कहे ये मन मचल मचल नयो चल संभल संभल
गए दिन बदल तू घर से निकल बरसने वाला अब अमृत जल दुविधा के दिन बीत गए भैया मलहार सुनाओ घनन घनन घिर घिर आए बदरा
घन घन घोर कार छाए बदरा
धमक धमक तुझे बदरा के डंके
चमक चमक देखो बिजुरियां चमके
मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा मन मन धड़काए बदरवा रस अगर बरसेगा कौन फिर तरसेगा कोयलियां गाएगी बैठी मुंडेरों पर जो पंछी गाएंगे नए दिन आएंगे उजाले मुस्कुरा देंगे अंधेरों पर प्रेम की बरखा में भीगे भीगे तन मन धरती पे देखेंगे पानी का दर्पण देखियो वहाँ वहाँ
यही एक समा
की धरती यहाँ है पहने सात रंगों की चुनरिया घनन घनन गिर गिर आए बदरा
घन घन घोर कार छाए बदरा
धमक धमक गूंजे बदरा के डंके चमक चमक देखो बिजुरियां चमके मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा मन मन धड़काए बदरवा
पेड़ों पर झूले डालो और ऊंची पेंग बढ़ाओ
काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ
काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ
बिजुरी की तलवार नहीं बूंदों के बाण चलाओ अब गली गली हंसेगी अब गली गली
हवा जो चली तुरंत लगी भली
जला दे जो तन मन वो धूप ढली काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ बिजली की तलवार नहीं बूंदों के पान चलाओ घनन घनन गिर गिर आए बदरा घन घन घोर घार छाए बदरा धमक धमक गुजे बदरा के डंके चमक चमक देखो
Prakash recognizes Pramila's necklace to be the one of Sri Vishnu, but the god of love, Kamadev, is ready and waiting with his fatal bow and arrow. Their eyes meet and they fall in love.
Prakash, Prakash. Pramila, Pramila.
Oh, my darling children.
That's enough. That's enough. Leave Papa alone. He's tired. Go and play. Go on.
We are so lucky to have two such strong, beautiful, and healthy children. They're my pride and joy. But the merit goes entirely to you. You're such an affectionate and dedicated mother. Oh, I feel so satisfied.
No. It was my luck that I met you. Just to think, me that didn't even want to get married. Nothing exists for me in this world apart from you and our boys. It sounds silly, but when you go away in the morning to work, I feel so sad just knowing that I won't see you till evening.
It's the same with me. I could never leave you and the boys. Today, I met a sannyasi at the border of the village begging for money. I felt a pull at my heart. How can one live in such a way? Alone, abandoned by everyone, without affection, without knowing the warmth of a family. I could never think of a life without you. You are the most precious things to me in the whole world.
Your words fill my heart with such joy and such love. You know, my mother was right when she told me ideas of leaving home and not marrying were silly. Now I realize nothing is more important than this little house and the three people that I love most in the world.
Yes. The harvest
was particularly abundant this year, and we have saved a good deal of money. I want to buy the land that belongs to the widow of Sunhil. Just think, we could expand even more. We could take laborers, and one day, all this goes to our son.
Oh, Prakash, this would be a dream come true. Maybe we could even take a servant for me to help me in the house.
Oh, my darling wife. For you, I would make any sacrifice. I would give you anything you desire.
Their life continued like this in a very superficial way. And when they believed that they had reached the height of prosperity and satisfaction, disaster came to turn their lives upside down.
Prakash, let me go to my destiny. Don't worry about me. Save what little you can.
No, I won't leave you. You're all that I have.
No.
I can't survive without you.
You have to go on. You have to continue. Try to understand why everything has been taken away from us.
Don't talk like this. We will be together, you and I, forever.
No. No. For me, it is finished. Try to surrender what has happened. Try to find strength in that. Maybe we were too happy. We had all our hearts could desire. We were too content with ourselves, with our little world.
Why is destiny against us? Why are the gods so angry with us? Why do they show no mercy? Why has the great preserver turned his back on us so cruelly?
Take this. Keep it to remember me by.
Prakash, I am still waiting for my necklace.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord. I am a wicked fool. Only now do I realize that you have been testing me.
And I have let you down. Let me die too. I don't deserve to live anymore. I have failed in everything in this life. My ego and then my attachments took me far away from you.
Only now have you seen some of your limitations. You thought the path to spirituality was a downhill ride. You did not consider the human factor.
Which human factor?
Each man is made of a body and a mind, which deteriorate and die. They are extremely limited. And then there is the spirit, which is infinite and eternal. The spirit must become the master, the mind the servant, because it is only the spirit which gives life and awareness to the mind, and energy to the body in order to achieve the supreme goal. When this energy is misused, men run from God and from themselves.
Purushottama, I'm not worthy of your divine darshan anymore. I beg you, let me be swept away by the waters.
No, you shall live. You will come to know all the miseries of the body, a sense of guilt, illnesses, poverty, and finally, the death of a common mortal. Self-realization will be denied to you in this life and in many lives to come. But I will give you a second chance when I return in the form of my 9th incarnation as Mahavishnu. Be prepared for that time.
Prakash and Pramila, as foretold by Sri Vishnu, incarnated many times, meeting together in their spiritual quest without ever achieving their self-realization. We join them now in India at the time when Sri Vishnu takes his 9th incarnation.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol.
Brothers, sisters, listen. Do not run away from the wisdom of the different scriptures. My way is not against your traditions. The words you are here to listen to form the final part of thousands that have come before. They are for all the ears of all mankind. The history of the human race is that of a rough stone that has fallen from the heavens, fallen with such a force that it has become embedded in the soil. And it believes itself to be part and parcel of the soil. But its destiny is to return to the celestial garden from whence it came. Listen carefully to these words and imbibe their essence, for in them is contained the mystery of the human race.
Do you mean to say that we are like that stone, identifying ourselves with earthly things, while our destiny is to return to the heavens?
You are not telling us anything new. This is knowledge that has been handed down by our tradition for centuries.
Perhaps you believe that the truth, the roots of truth, belong to a particular nation. But I tell you, they are part of a universal history, and they are nourished by the wisdom of the love of those who cultivate them with respect.
He's just a preacher from the West.
How will you recognize the face of God if you do not see the divine in every man? If you do not understand that no human being is inferior to another on this planet, and God is reflected in all of us, uniting us all as brothers.
Preacher, come and sell your words of brotherhood somewhere else. I do agree we are all equal in flesh and blood. But it is clearly said in our scriptures that those amongst us who are unclean cannot be mixed with until purified. Yes, it's true. I would never sit next to an untouchable.
Your neighbor is the unknown side of yourself made visible. If you look with attentive eyes at the reflection of his face in a mirror, you will see your own self looking back at you. And if in the silence of the night you strain to hear his words, you will hear the beat of your own heart. Be unto him what you would have him be unto you. Your neighbor and thyself are like seeds scattered upon the ground. Together you grow, and together you bend in the wind. And not one of you shall claim the land to be his own, for seeds have no desires. Tomorrow I will leave for the west, but I say to you, seek your neighbor in love to know thyself. It is only in this knowledge that we will become one family, children of the same Father.
Preacher, wait. Your teachings, though somewhat bold for our traditions, have aroused our interest.
Truth and love belong to all traditions, like the earth belongs to the sky.
You're not one of us. Tell me then, from where do you get this knowledge?
The words just flow through me, but I'm not their source.
What is your name, stranger?
I was born in Galilee by the name of Thomas, but my master called me Didymus.
And what is the name of this famous guru of yours, your master?
He is known by many names, because many are the nations in which he traveled. At the time of his birth, his mother called him Jesus, but in your land he is known as Isa. And what are your names?
My name is Prakash, and this is my wife Pramila. We belong to the caste of the Chaturvedi Brahmins.
Would you like some sweets, please?
Oh, thank you.
Those who hold the knowledge of the four Vedas. The words you spoke before have aroused in me a keen interest of an intellectual nature. Our scriptures are steeped in this universal love. And everybody in this country knows that to reunite with divine, one needs to follow the teachings of a guru. They say a good tree can be judged by its roots. I say the light in your eyes speaks in great favor of your master, who must be an enlightened soul.
He is not enlightened. He is the light itself that shines by its own radiance. He is the Messiah promised by our scriptures to liberate the people of Judea and all mankind.
So you are openly declaring he is an avatar?
Yes, I am, openly. But surely you don't claim the exclusive right for your nation to host all the incarnations.
Of course not.
You know, he came to your sacred land. He came to Bharata and spent many years here. But his real ministry, his preaching began after he returned to Galilee at the age of 30.
Peace be with you always. For I bring unto your hearts the angel of peace and love, upon whose wings you shall journey through the 7 parts of the infinite garden. Your body, your heart, and your mind shall be as one on this sacred flight towards the celestial ocean of peace and love. Love is eternal, stronger than the current of an overflowing river, stronger even than death itself. And he who finds this love, and who finds this peace amongst his brethren, he shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, and he shall know the face of God.
Rabbi, what do you mean with our brethren?
I mean all of you, that were born of the same divine mother. She whose blue breath gently caresses the infinite prairies of the skies. She who blows upon the highest peak of the mountain. She who whispers through the leaves of the forest and burns with the heat of the desert. Verily, I tell you, you were all generated by her, just as the Son of Man received this body from her womb. And he who finds peace in the mother will never know death, for he will live in her, and she in him.
Master, you talk about peace and love, but we are angry and live constantly under the yoke of the Romans.
Blessed are those who hunger for truth and beauty, for they shall be satiated. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the face of God. Verily I tell you, love your enemies. Do good unto those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. If someone strikes you, turn the other cheek. Give to everyone who asks. And do unto others as you would do unto yourself.
Master, but according to you, we should love even the Romans.
Even the Romans. Verily, I tell you, love those who oppress you, for you shall know the freedom of the Spirit. For if you love only those who love you, what credit will you gain? Sinners do the same. Give, and you shall receive. Yet give to others according to their need. One does not give salt to the thirsty, nor stones to the angry. Neither give to the dogs something that is sacred. Don't cast your pearls to swine. Do good without expecting anything in return, and your reward shall be great. For your Father in heaven is extremely kind and merciful to all, even the wicked. But do not judge, and you will not be judged. Why behold the mote in your brother's eye, and see not the beam in your own? Forgive, and you shall be forgiven.
Master, beautiful words, but in practice, it's not all that easy.
You are the salt of the earth. Yet if this salt loses its taste, how shall we flavor the food that nourishes the heart of man? You are the light of the world! Why hide it under a bushel? Rather let it shine that it may enlighten all those who seek the kingdom of God. Listen to my words, for they carry the light. Can a blind man be guide unto another blind man? They would fall into the ditch. He who listens to my words is like one who builds his house upon solid rock. And in times of flood, his house shall not fear the fury of the waters.
In our laws it is written, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
Don't think that I come here to subvert the laws of the scribes and the Pharisees. My time among you is limited, and limited my words to make you understand and to reveal to you a new vision. Before entering into the temple, reconcile yourself with your brother, and do not fight the evildoers, for evil is nourished by our reactions. Only a weak man takes to vengeance. Never let anger be your master or your guide. Forgive. Forgive. For forgiveness is the privilege of the wronged. It is written in the laws of our forefathers that you should take your calf or your lamb or your bread to the temple and offer it to please God or to ask forgiveness for sins. But I ask you, how can you offer something to God, something that has, since the beginning of time, always belonged to Him? Rather exult in Him and rejoice, for today you have found the kingdom of heaven within you.
That was Jesus. Loving and reassuring like an elder brother, but strong like an ox. He would hurl himself against the hypocrites, but he was always ready to forgive the sinners, whether they were thieves, adulterers, prostitutes, or assassins.
He's quite an extraordinary orator with great acumen and sensibility. But Thomas, you said he lived in our land. Could you perhaps tell us which places he visited and if he was involved in some form of spiritual teachings or practices?
Well, he was a universal personality, and you could tell from the things that he said and he did that he had traveled widely and he'd absorbed the essence of those cultures. He often spoke about your land, about Bharata, as being the cradle of spirituality. And he was familiar with terms like yoga, dhyana, tapasya, both in words and in action.
My beloved, there is a silence in which the soul of man can meet his God. In this silence resides the source of all things. And all who enter in become immersed in light and adorned with wisdom, love, and heavenly power.
Master, tell us, where can we find this silence?
The silence I speak of is inside, within the soul. Only in meditation can you know this silence. as it is the kingdom of the Spirit, and cannot be seen with human eyes. To enter into this silence, you must first purify yourselves, as only the pure in heart can be admitted. Therefore, let go of all tensions, doubt, fear, unpleasant thoughts, and let your human will be filled with the will of the divine. For only in this way can you enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Master, you said the word meditation, but what is it, meditation?
You are all accustomed to prayer. And when things do not go as you wish, then you pray to God to give you contentment and to modify events according to your desires. But meditation transcends all desires and begins when you listen to the voice of God. The voice of God and the silence that flows from the heart. When each thought is silenced and your false identity vanishes. And in that sublime moment, you become one with all those who can hear and understand the voice of God. There is a land far in the east, the land of Bharat, where every man lives in the awareness of the transitory nature of life. And his only ambition is to one day become one with the Absolute. I have spent many serene days there in that holy land, deep in learning. And to that holy land I shall one day return.
And then, did he go back to India?
Oh yes, he's still here somewhere in the north.
So we can go and meet him then.
Calm down, calm down. Don't be so enthusiastic. As soon as you women folk here talk of love, you become immediately enchanted. After all, Thomas, what did this man do that was so extraordinary?
Everything about his life was extraordinary, from his birth to his death.
His death? But you say he still lives here in India.
He died for a certain part of the world so that some earthly events could take place and his divinity could be demonstrated through his resurrection.
Resurrection?
Yes. But before I tell you about that, there are still many things you need to know.
You're not making fun of Asarya now with this Eastern fairy tale.
There were many unbelievers who came to his sermons, but when they saw his miracles, they had to believe. And we who were witnesses to them are now preaching his message of love to everyone and everywhere.
And why have you come to India?
It was decided between us where to go. But because I didn't know the language very well, it was far from Judea. At first I was not very keen. But now I have found that everyone is so hospitable here, so kind, so tolerant to strangers, especially in the north. You know, Jesus also spoke about self-realization, but he used different terms. He talked about the advent of the Holy Spirit that would manifest as a breath that would transform human consciousness. He described it as the flames that do not burn.
And you were one of the disciples who received the Holy Spirit?
Yes, I was. It's known as second birth.
Curious, the expression you used, Thomas. Because for us, in our land, a person who gets his second birth is called Dvija.
Dvija.
Just as a bird is first born in an egg, and then breaks its shell with wings that can fly.
That's exactly it. And your words remind me of a conversation that took place between Jesus and Nicodemus, the high priest of the Jewish temple.
Nicodemus, what are you doing here this time of night? Aren't you afraid of the Sanhedrin? What if they saw you here in my company?
Rabbi, I'm wrecked with doubts that won't let me sleep. In the Sanhedrin, your preachings is not seen in a very good light. But I feel in my heart that you come from God. You are a master.
Verily, I tell you, only the twice-born can understand my words.
How can a man be born twice? Can he return to mother's womb and come to life again?
No, the birth I speak of is not that of the flesh. Only those who are born of the Holy Spirit can enter into the kingdom of the one supreme God. That which is born of the flesh is the Son of Man. But that which is born of the Holy Spirit is the Son of God. See, the wind blows where it will, and everyone hears its voice, but no one knows from where it comes or where it goes. Every being that is born of the Holy Spirit is like this.
Rabbi, I don't understand. Please speak more clearly.
The kingdom of God is reflected in the heart of every man. But man cannot see it with his eyes, nor can he understand it with his mind. For the kingdoms of this world are material creations, whereas the kingdom of God is one of faith, and its king is love. But man cannot see this love until it is shown to him. So God reclothed this love in flesh and bone and sent it out into the world so that all may recognize it. All those who love the truth move towards the light, and all those who believe in me shall have eternal life.
Excuse me for interrupting, but there's really something I want to know, Thomas. Have you ever taken a wife in your life? What is your opinion concerning marriage?
Well, I was, a long time ago, but the calling of my master was too great, and the urgency with which we had to spread the message was also so important. But he loved to attend wedding celebrations, to bless them with his auspicious presence.
There is no bond more sacred than that of marriage. Since the chain that binds two souls together in love is fashioned in the heavens before being made upon this earth. But never let inferior passions transform yours into a union like that between water and oil. For God is always pleased to see the flowers of his garden multiply.
My son, when you bring me to these nuptial celebrations, I always participate with a little regret. I imagine how it would have been if you had taken our wife. How I would have liked to have had grandchildren and to take care of them.
I can understand your feelings, Mother, but our mission upon this earth is aimed at higher things. And it already concerns me greatly that I must protect you from all those who oppose me. I couldn't bear it if something bad were to happen to you.
I know, my son.
Anyway, in truth, Mother, I am the eternal child, the son of the indivisible one.
Each one of us has his own role. Isn't it?
Jesus, we finished the wine and the guests are complaining. What are we supposed to do?
Well, what is wine, after all, but grape-flavored water? And if the laws of Moses are not to be transgressed, then this water should not intoxicate nor cloud the mind. Go and fill the water jugs to the brim, and bring them to me over there. Now, serve the drink to all the guests.
This is not longer water. It have the color of wine, but
The best wine there is.
You are the Messiah that the prophet foretold. Thank you for divine presence.
I bless you in the name of the highest, and with you your house, and all your children to come.
Camilla, could you please get us some water? It's getting hot.
After listening to the stories of Thomas, it makes me think that Jesus would have never used such a tone of voice with any woman. Is this so, Thomas?
Yes, Hindu religion seems to place women at a lower level to men. And this was not Jesus' thinking at all. In fact, he had several clashes with your Brahmins. But also in Judea, there were many fanatical moralists with whom he clashed on several occasions.
Silence! Silence! Be quiet. Let us listen what Jesus has to say on this matter.
Rabbi, this woman has been caught in the act of adultery. Now the laws of Moses order us to stone this kind of a woman.
Let's see what his answer will be, because he could be digging his own grave.
Yes. In this way, he could be incriminated for contradicting the sacred law of Moses.
You have nothing to say? Does this mean that you approve of our laws, or that you have fear of this crowd?
He among you who is without sin, let him come forward and cast the first stone. Where are they? Where are those who would condemn you?
Master, there's no one. Everybody has left.
I also will not condemn you. Go in peace and sin no more.
Welcome to my house. Please.
People are saying you have been a little too audacious in impeding the stoning of that prostitute. You know very well the Sadducee don't forgive, and they don't forget.
The Lord our God also writes the laws with forgiveness.
If we don't keep to the severity of the law of Moses, there would be no order. We wouldn't even be a nation. See, people see a strong sense of danger in the extreme tolerance of your messages. They do not have a much needed rigidity.
Of course. The law gives me security. It gives me guidance in every part of my life. It gives me a meta evaluation in order to judge the good man from the bad one.
But that is the point. You do not need to judge. Who in the world is just in the eyes of the Lord? And who knows the heart of the Lord?
Listen, O Israel, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy strength. This is the greatest of the commandments.
You speak well, Joseph of Arimathea, and you are not far from the kingdom of heaven. But there is another commandment, no less important. Love thy neighbor as thyself.
I want to see Jesus. God, Jesus.
It's Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, she's the one. That prostitute.
What she's doing? She's contaminating him.
There is no place here for a woman like you. Go away and quickly.
Be quiet, Simon.
But master, you don't know what kind of a woman this is.
Simon Peter, please. Be seated. And answer me instead.
Yes, master. On which topic?
There was once a creditor who had 2 debtors. One who owed 500 dinar, the other only 50. But it being impossible for either of them to repay the borrowed amount, the creditor cancelled both debts. So of the 2 of them, who is the most grateful?
I suppose the one who owes the most.
Your judgment is right. Now you see this woman. When I entered into your house, you did not wash my feet with water, while she instead has bathed my feet with her tears and dried them with her hair. You did not welcome me with a kiss, while she has not stopped kissing my feet since the moment she arrived. Neither did you anoint my head with oil, while she has anointed my feet with perfume. And for this, I tell you, that all her many sins are forgiven. For she has been able to love and to show her love.
Master, I beg you, please come to my house and honor it with your presence.
Sister, you have had many lovers, but it is I alone who loves you. Those other men love themselves only. They see in you a beauty that shall vanish faster than their years, while I see in you a beauty that shall never vanish. And in the autumn of your days, this beauty shall not fear the mirror, nor shall it feel offended. Verily, I tell you, it is only I who sees and loves in you all that cannot be seen. Your faith has saved you. Sister.
Yes, Master.
Take this balm and keep it for my funeral. Now go in peace.
But tell me, Thomas, were there no austere rules to your spiritual path? No tapasyas to follow?
In truth, no. We should all act according to our conscience. Jesus never asked us to perform any particular penances or austerities, but such was his greatness as a guru that he never spared his own body. He put his own body and soul to the test.
My spirit is strong, but many are the ties that bind me to this earthly existence. Have I the strength to overcome them? Strength to sacrifice my life willingly for the good of man? And when I stand before the multitude and they demand their proof of who I am, what shall I say?
Having fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus felt the pangs of hunger, and the tempter came and said, "If you be the Son of God, command these stones to turn to bread." And Jesus replied,
Who is it that demands this? I tell you, it is no sign that one is the Son of God simply by performing a mere miracle. Devils do as much. And man cannot live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. And all my deeds and words in all the walks of my life shall be the proof that I am the Messiah.
Then the devil led him into the holy city and to the pinnacle of the temple, and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, then throw yourself down to the earth. This you can surely do, as a score of angels will come and hold you up in their arms and stop you from falling. The people will believe you are the Messiah sent from God."
It is written, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God."
And so the devil led him to the top of a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world with all their magnificence. Look upon the world. Behold its honors and its fame. Behold its pleasures and its wealth. If you will prostrate yourself on the ground and worship me, all these things shall be yours.
Get thee gone, Satan! My heart is fixed and unshakable. I reject this carnal self with all its vain ambition and its pride. Verily, it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and to him only shalt thou give thy faith.
Then the devil left him alone, and the angels came to comfort him.
What a joyful expression of love they are. This is our son Pramod. What did your master think about children?
Jesus' love for these little creatures was boundless. In fact, he had the personality of a child. He had their spontaneity and their joy.
Oh, you men should be ashamed of yourselves. Your nature shows itself in everything that you do. You should learn from the children. The greatest in the eyes of God and of man is the smallest child, for he is in the purity, the innocence, and the truth of life. And he who values and honors a child, in truth, values and honors me. For am I not also a child? And he who wishes to enter into the kingdom must become humble and innocent like these children. For every child is dear to me and to God. You are always an example to your children, since children absorb everything from the atmosphere in which they live. If a child lives amongst critics, it learns to judge. In hostility, it learns to fight. In ridicule, it learns timidity. In shame, it learns to feel guilty. But if, however, a child grows in tolerance, it learns patience. In encouragement, it learns confidence. In confidence, it learns faith. And in approval, it learns to accept itself. And in acceptance and friendship, it learns to find love in this world. Children learn that which they live, and live that which they learn. Teach them the path to find love in their hearts.
Wasn't there anyone amongst the Romans who had shown some genuine interest in what Jesus had to say?
Well, the Romans were the conquerors, and they were very proud of their lifestyle and their traditions. They looked down on the Jews, and they thought Jesus was just another prophet that the Jews claimed to have been foretold by their scriptures. But there were some exceptions.
Deborah,
Yes?
can I tell you a secret?
Of course, mistress. You know you can trust me with anything. Well, go on then. What is it?
I'm in love.
How wonderful! Who is he? Where did you meet him? Oh, you have to tell me everything.
Well, his name is Joseph, and he comes from a good family. He's very well educated, and he's tall and handsome, and he's Jewish.
He's what?
Jewish.
Oh, mistress, what are you going to do? You know he'll never be accepted by your father.
I know, but I just don't know what to do. I didn't plan this, it just happened. If only my father and this Roman barbaric government could see past their own rigid ideals and accept not everyone wants to live the life that they dictate. And the worst of all is, Joseph is willing to convert as Roman, but it's just too expensive, and he can't afford it. You know how much money they're asking for one stupid piece of paper to be signed? It's ridiculous.
Oh, my sweet mistress, if it's any comfort for you, I myself am in a very similar situation.
Really, Deborah? Are you also in love?
Yes. I also want to marry, but I can't.
Why? Would your family disapprove as well? What is the problem?
The problem is not my family. The problem is him. You see, he's an Orthodox Jew, and I'm involved in a new religious philosophy, led by a man called Jesus, a man that has truly been sent from God to us. But he doesn't want me to explain about it, and strongly opposes the whole movement without having heard Jesus speak even once.
Wait a minute. Did you say that you are a follower of this man from Nazareth? I heard about him. Everyone in town is talking about him. What did you say his name was?
His name is Jesus, and I believe that he's the Messiah.
My goodness, Deborah. How did you keep this from me?
Oh, I'm sorry, mistress. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't feel free talking about it, with your father being a Roman senator and everything.
You don't know how much I would like to just run away from him sometimes. I just can't stand these Roman ideals, with all their violence, the military mentality, the aggressiveness. But I don't want to talk about this now. Please, tell me all about this movement and the leader of this movement. Please.
Oh, mistress, I couldn't begin to describe him. Such love he has, such gentleness and wisdom. He talks about the brotherhood of man, about humility and about loving each other. He preaches about the beauty of the kingdom of the Father, and he even talks about the kingdom of the Mother. So many things, so many things. He performs miracles as well, amazing miracles that you just can't believe. But I've seen them with my own eyes. Blind people who are able to see, leopards being cured, and even paralyzed people walking. He has truly been sent to us by God to help us and to guide us. And I'm going to follow him until the end of my days.
Deborah, your faith is so convincing. It sounds too good to be true. So why do you go and meet him? Can anyone come?
He travels around a lot preaching to the people. And I go whenever I can if it's not too far. At the moment he's preaching near here. There's a meeting this evening. But I don't know whether Roman citizens should get involved, mistress. What would your father say?
Well, if he finds out, I will tell him that I developed a keen interest in local culture. I really would like to come and hear what he has to say. It would be so soothing to hear someone talking about peace and love for a change. We'll go. Now, I'll come with you.
Okay, come.
So then you fry the spices and add the meat? Or do you cook the meat first and then fry the spices?
It's not important if...
No, you fry the spices first. This gives the meat much more flavor.
Yes,
of course. Jesus loves this dish. I used to cook it for him when he was a boy.
So how much should we cook for tonight? Do you think there will be a large crowd?
No.
You never know with Jesus what kind of people and how many. But don't worry. You know that wherever Jesus is, there will always be enough food to go around.
Do you remember last week when we ran out of bread? And in the end, everyone had bread. Everyone was very well fed.
We better hurry up. There isn't so much time left before the meeting. So, has anyone seen my good chopping knife? I need my chopping knife.
You see the chopping knife?
No.
You looked? Maybe it's there.
Don't worry, Susanna. There's no need to hurry. At the right time, everything will be ready. After all, they're not coming here only for food. They are coming for the food of the soul. And my son will give them that in abundance.
Mary, how do you always stay so calm and relaxed? There's such a peace and tranquility about you, especially when the Master faces so many dangers every time he preaches, so many risks that he takes. I don't know if I would ever find such serenity if I were in your place.
A mother's heart is always worrying for her child. But when you know that your son's true nature is divine, that he has a mission to complete for the salvation of mankind, you realize that your support needs to be silent and strong. But I don't always feel so strong. He keeps telling me that his mission on this earth will be short. I don't have the courage to ask him what he means by this. Good.
Everyone seeks his company. His love for you and for us all is so gentle and tender. He's like a source of fresh drinking water, where everyone wants to come and quench his thirst.
Sometimes when he's with us, he looks so alone, as if he's here in his physical form, but his being is in the heavens, where he belongs.
Yes, sometimes I have the same feeling when I look at him. It takes me deep inside myself to where the silence is.
But at the same time, he's so strong and powerful. Did you see what he did the other day at the temple? He tore apart the market stalls and he smashed all the goods to the ground.
He's like a powerful waterfall that sweeps away everything in its path. But he is, at the same time, the stillness and peace of a smooth lake, unruffled by the wind.
He is the eternal child. He knows how to play sweetly with the souls of the people. But he's always straightforward and he cannot bear hypocrisy and falsehood. Isn't it?
Deborah! What are you doing here with her?
Why have you come so early? The meeting doesn't start for another hour and we still haven't finished cooking.
Is this the way to welcome our guests? Please. Please come. Come. Sit down. Would you like to have something to drink?
Thank you, Mother. We have to leave early. My mistress's father doesn't know that she's here.
Deborah, don't you think it's a bit dangerous? The presence of a Roman can cause troubles for us.
If you're not afraid for yourself, Johanna being the wife of Chusa Herod Stewart, then sure it is safe for my mistress. She really wants to hear the master's words.
I'm sorry if I'm disturbing you. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
The message of Jesus is for everyone, not only for the Jews. You're very welcome here with us, my dear. For you've come to listen to the truth. If you're hungry for spiritual sustenance, you will be satisfied.
Thank you. You are very kind. Actually, I didn't expect to see so many ladies here. I thought that according to your tradition, women cannot go out and meet together.
It's true. The laws concerning Jewish women are very strict. But we're very lucky because our master treats us in such a different way with respect to the Jewish culture and traditions. He allows us to follow him, to serve him, and to provide sustenance to all of his followers.
Jesus behaves with women in the same manner that he behaves with men, without prejudice, without conditionings. He has the greatest respect for them and he treats them with the greatest tenderness and understanding.
I would give anything to be one of you. After what Deborah has told me about the Master, I feel such a force inside, such a desire, which pulls me towards your Master and your people.
My mistress can really be trusted. I don't know of a more sincere person. You should have seen the way her eyes lit up when I told her about the Master and his miracles.
Oh yes, I know what you mean. But when you actually meet him and see his eyes, then you're really carried into another realm, into a sort of state of ecstasy. It can't be put into words.
For us, he's like a vast ocean, and we are like rivers. And the destiny of the river is to reach the sea, and nothing can stop the endless flow.
It's already sunset. Why haven't they come yet?
Don't worry. They'll be coming soon. Just make sure that everything is prepared.
So why don't you join us?
Me?
There's still some cooking to be done.
Yeah.
Mistress,
This. You can cut with this.
Do you fry the spices first and then you add the meat? Or the meat first and the spices after? Thank you, Deborah. It was so nice of you to take me with you. It's really a new world and they're creating there, and I so want to be part of it.
Oh, I knew you would love it. I should have told you earlier.
Yes.
Where have you been? And without my permission. And you, maid, what are you doing with my daughter at this late hour? Where have you taken her?
Please, Father, don't get angry. Before I even told you where I've been, I discovered something new and absolutely amazing.
What do you mean, new and amazing? What on earth are you talking about? There are no excuses. A 17-year-old girl is not supposed to go around late at night with only her maid as an escort, especially in this horrible province, full of zealots at every corner, always ready to cut the throat of a Roman.
Please, Father, don't be so angry. I wasn't in any dangers, and Deborah was with me all the time. Just let me explain where I've been and what happened. We had an amazing man talking about peace and love within, and all the things which are beautiful in this world. And he said we should love
Who is
each
this
other.
man? And you? You have a lot to answer for. Where exactly did you take my daughter?
His name is Jesus, and he's not of this earth.
Not of this earth. What do you mean, not of this earth? What kind of idea has he put into your head, this Jesus? Yeah, I've heard about him. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one who claimed to be the new Messiah of these people. Well, after all, he's nothing but a revolutionary. So, sooner or later, Rome will have his head.
Father, how can you speak about a person of whom you know nothing about? You don't understand his divine message. Jesus himself said, give to God that which is to be given to God, and give to Caesar that which is to be given to Caesar. Don't you see, Father, it's not against us.
You stupid, ignorant girl, where is your discrimination? You believe that everyone is good with word. But at the same time, you haven't given the slightest thought to me, to your father. How do you think this will affect my position when word gets out that my own daughter is following such a charlatan? How do you think your mother would have reacted? I thank God she's no longer with us. I'm sure I should have felt exactly as I do.
Father, how can you speak like that? This man could help you too. He performs great miracles. He's healing the sick and curing the lame. And it's not just Jewish people that he helps. I heard that last day he cured the servant of a Roman centurion. So you see, Father, he could even help you to get rid of out of your gout.
That's enough. I don't want to hear another word. And his name will not be mentioned in this house again. And I'm not going to let you out of my sight until I wiped all this nonsense from your head. You are too young to know your own mind. It is men like him that take advantage of young and fashionable people and lead them into dangerous water. If I hear that you have been to one of these gatherings again, I will make sure he's giving something to really worry about. And now, go to your room. There is nothing more to be said. And that's final. I can't believe this conversation has lasted this long.
Why won't you let me choose what I like in this
Again?
life? What will make me happy? You just worry about yourself and your precious government. No wonder Mama got sick when she did. You neglected her feelings as you're neglecting mine. I watched you while you were breaking her heart, slowly and painfully, each day of your miserable marriage.
How dare you! You are a wretched wretch! How dare you! I will beat you down of you!
No, Master! Leave her! I beg you, leave her alone! She's done nothing wrong!
You, ignorant piece of filth! This is all you're doing! It is your despicable, Jewish influence that has taken my daughter from me! How dare you! How dare you force your disease fantasism upon my own blood! How dare a piece of scum like you lead my daughter in secret to this madman!
Be careful, Master. Do not speak of the Son of God in this way. You can do whatever you like to me,
But don't insult the Messiah!
What have you done? What have you done?
Please teach her a lesson, and let's have you as a warning. Now, I have to go. I'm late for a meeting. Tomorrow, I have to find a new mate for you.
These Romans, Thomas, from his description, they seem to be so rough and proud. But tell me, Thomas, how many disciples did your guru accept to teach?
There were 12 of us, 12 apostles, hand-chosen, simple people, fishermen, following him around, listening to his sermons, witnessing his miracles and the healings without fully understanding the extent of his love.
And how long did you stay with him while he preached?
Only for 3 years. And I remember towards the end one day, he gathered us together and he said that he wished to celebrate Passover with us. We asked him where, and he said, "Go to the city, and there you will see a man carrying a jug of water. Follow him into the house and ask the owner. Tell him, the master has sent you to find out where Passover is to be served. And he will show you to a large room that has already been decorated. Go and prepare."
Has everything been done? Judas, have you taken the offering to the temple? What's happened to your cheek? It's all red and swollen. Are you suffering from toothache?
Yes, Master, but it's enough.
We want to hear our master.
Master, how often should my brother sin against me until I forgive him? 7 times?
7 times? Why not 70 times 7? And if he continue to sin against you 7 times again, still, thou shalt forgive him.
Well, to see Simon forgiving someone, that would be a real miracle.
Please, you two. Be quiet. We want to listen to our master.
My lord, today we met Joseph of Arimathea, and he sends you his greetings.
He is a sincere and honest person. Now, let us return to our gathering.
Yes, Master. Tell us, why have we gathered here today? What are we celebrating?
This day marks our liberation, the liberation of our people from Egypt. Glory be to Adonai, who in his mercy has chosen to bless our people.
Lord, can you explain to us why you asked us to serve lamb on this day?
In memory of the firstborn children of Israel, who were spared in the houses where the doorpost had been marked with lamb's blood, while the Egyptians all wept for the death of their firstborn. Glory be to the Lord of justice and mercy. Oh, it fills my heart with joy to celebrate this feast with you.
Master, before we were all asking, who was the first among us?
Well, it's not a secret. The favorite has always been John, isn't it?
Dear Bartholomew, everyone and no one is dear to me. And verily I tell you, he that wishes to be the first shall be the last. The greatest shall be the smallest, the mightiest, the weakest, the master like him who serves. Tell me, in your opinion, who is the greatest? He who sits at table or he who serves?
He who sits at the table.
And yet I serve you. In the eyes of the celestial Father, you are all equal and next to him. I have prepared my eternal table for you all.
Master, the table of the kingdom is meant also for those to come, or only for us who are and will always be faithful to you until the end.
Peter, your jealousy of John and your aversion to women will ruin you. Only a short while ago, I heard you whisper to John that women are not worthy of eternal life. But for you, the hour of your test is still to come.
Master, what do you mean by that?
Look to your heart, and you will know how little is your faith and how great your weakness. Verily, I tell you, before the morning cock crow, you will have denied me 3 times.
Master, this is impossible. I believe in your words, but this is too much.
Do not be arrogant, Simon. Satan still has possession of you. And when the time comes, he will make sure that evil prevails. Soon, I will be gone, and you will all bow down in fear before the victor.
My Lord, where will you go? Why do you wish to leave us? Will you not tell us anything?
Fear not. I will not leave you orphans. In a short while, this world shall see me no more. But you will see me, for I will come back to you.
But who will guide us in your absence?
When the time comes, go to my brother Jacob. To him I give my trust, and he shall preside over all that concerns the earth and the sky. And do not be afraid, for at the time of greatest need, the Comforter shall come to you, the Holy Spirit, the great Mother. But remember, all of you, to he who blasphemes against the Father, mercy shall be shown. He who offends the Son shall be forgiven. But he who sins against the Mother shall find no forgiveness, not in heaven, nor upon this earth. And do you know why? For she accepts everything without even knowing how to defend herself.
My Lord, we know that you are the Son. But who is the Father? Who is the Mother?
Thomas, the whole of this universe is generated by the love of the Mother and of the Father. We all originate from this light of love.
But who is the Father? Who is the Mother?
They are movement, and they are stillness. The stillness in the movement, and the movement in the stillness. From this one light emanates a masculine part that is unchanging and imperturbable, witnessing from above in the heavens. And the other part is feminine and manifests her power in this world. And this is why that we should pray. Our Father and Mother, who art at the head of this entire universe and within us, hallowed be thy name forever and ever.
Master, you often speak to us about the kingdom of the Father, but what can you tell us of the Mother?
The power of the Mother is everywhere and cannot be penetrated by Satan. She reigns supreme, and her love enchants and fills the whole of creation. Her holy breath breathes rebirth into humanity. And he who lives in perfect harmony with her will never know illness. The true baptism, the true circumcision, is not that performed by the priest in his temple, but that of the great Mother. Verily, I tell you, no one enters into the kingdom of the Father without the consent of the Mother. Now, let us eat. We shall divide this unleavened bread and this grape juice in the tradition of our forefathers, and let us give thanks to the highest. Praise be to thee, the Lord our God, from sunrise to sunset. To he who watches over our people of Israel, and who is eternal salvation.
Lord, on which day will the new world come?
All that you are waiting for has already come to pass. You are just not aware of it. And remember, he who knows all, yet loses himself, loses all.
Lord, you've become pale all of a sudden. Do you feel unwell?
Take heart, John. The ill I feel is not of the body, but of the spirit. For I must reveal to you that one of you will betray me.
Am I perhaps this person?
It is you who says this, Judas Iscariot, not I. It is you who says this. I did not mention your name. Why do you accuse yourself? Look to your conscience that the Lord our God has given you. And if this reassures you, do not ask this question again, not even in jest.
Ask him who it is.
Master, who is it?
He to whom I give this piece of dipped bread Here. Judas, take it. You'll like it.
Thank you, Master.
Now, Judas, do as you must, but do it quickly.
This smell of roses. I can't stand it. It's making the ache in my head worse and worse. I can't bear it. Governor? The accused is from Galilee.
Yes, Governor.
And hasn't King Herod heard the case?
Yes, but he has refused to sign and has turned the matter over to you. The high priest Caiaphas sent also a note. He describes the man as a blasphemer and a heretic.
I don't care what that high priest says. It is we who put him on that chair, and he'd better understand. It is we Romans who make the laws round here, and it is we who have the power of life and death over the people. Bring the prisoner in and get me something for my head. Why were you encouraging the people to destroy the temple of Jerusalem?
Good man, believe me.
Good man, you have just made a very serious mistake. Do you know, all over Judea, there are whispers that I am a fierce and cruel monster. And do you know something? They're absolutely true. Centurion Marco, Ratcatcher. This prisoner referred to me as a good man. Take him outside and teach him how to address me. But without killing him.
And remember that you have to call the Roman governor Excellency and nothing else. Do you understand? Or do you want another whipping?
I understand.
Your name?
Yeshua.
And where are you from?
From Nazareth.
Where do you normally live?
I have no home. I wander from city to city.
So you have any family, relatives?
No one. I am alone in this world.
Can you read and write?
Yes.
They tell me that you have been declared King of the Jews.
Who says this?
Well, I don't know. I'm not Judean. So, tell me the truth. Do you want to be king?
No. My kingdom is not of this world.
So you're not a king.
You said I was a king.
Beware, Judean.
I am witness to the truth. And those who listen to the truth, listen to me.
Beware, Judean. The hand of the executioner hangs over you. The Emperor Caesar does not like people of your type, and nor do I.
You cannot govern the whole world until you are one with the Spirit and the truth.
Well, is it true that you intended to destroy the temple and incited the people?
Excellency, I have never thought of bringing down the temple and have never incited the people.
You know, many people flock to the city for these festivities. There are magicians, there are thieves, and there are liars. And you, for example, are a liar. It is clearly written here that you incited the people to destroy the temple, and that is enough to get you hanged.
I intended the temple of the old faith to fall, and for a new temple of truth to rise up.
Vagabond, why did you try and deceive the people with a truth you know nothing about? Well, tell me then, what is this truth?
Right now, the truth is that your head is pounding to such an extent that you desire to die. That you are unable not only to look at me, but to even think of anything at all. And that you dream of only having your dog near you. The only living thing to which you are tied. But this suffering will come to an end. And your headache will soon pass. There. It is done. Why not walk a little in the hills? It would be of great benefit to you. It's a shame that you've lost your faith in men. You cannot pour all your affection onto only a dog.
Untie his hands. Now, confess. You are a great healer.
No, Excellency, I am no doctor.
Well, what are you then? Oh, I see. Well, it's your own little secret. You don't have to tell me. But now, swear on your life that you did not encourage the people to destroy the temple, but know that your life hangs by a thread.
I hope you don't think that it is you that holds it in suspension, as you would be making a grave mistake.
Secretary, it seems from responses of this man that we are dealing with a sick mind. Is there anything else on him?
Yes, Governor. Unfortunately, they are charging him as well of high treason against our divine Caesar.
Treason. Now we are lost. This matter has become very delicate. We have the emperor in the middle, and these things cannot be taken lightly. Yeshua, listen to me well. Have you ever said anything against the great Caesar? Think about it long and hard and answer me clearly. Have you ever had anything to do with a certain Judas Iscariot?
Yes, I know him.
And did you talk about the great Caesar with him? Think about it. Weigh your words well. For the penalty for this charge is death. Not only inevitable, but terrible.
He invited me to supper one evening at his house. A good and cordial man, particularly interested in my opinion about the power of the state.
And what did you tell him?
That there will come a time when there no longer will be the power of Caesar, nor any power at all. For man shall enter into the kingdom of God, of truth and justice, where power will no longer be necessary.
Anything else?
Nothing more.
You fool! There never has been on this earth. There never has been and there never will any power superlative or equal to the power of our Emperor Tiberius, the divine Caesar.
Ave Caesar!
And we certainly don't want someone like you judging things. You are just a mad visionary without any sense, under the illusion that everybody on this earth is good. Well, I don't care. I'm not going to risk my position for someone like you. Yeshua, do you have faith in the gods?
There is only one God, and in him I believe.
Well, address yourself to him then, even it'll do you no good.
You could just let me go.
Oh, let you go. Just release you. Set you free. Do you really think that me, in my position, the governor of Rome, can let someone like you who have said what you have said go free? You really are mad. Guards, take the prisoner away. Oh, repellent city. I can hardly breathe. I despise this place. Secretary, right. By the power and authority vested in me by the Emperor Caesar, I, Pontius Pilate, governor of Rome for Judea, to sentence Yeshua ben Joseph, also known as Ha Nostri, to the capital punishment of crucifixion, dated immediate, etc., today's date, without delay, signed, etc., etc. Well, it must be nearly lunchtime. Fetch me my basin. I'd better wash my hands.